Hello everyone, welcome Lead at Home. Yesterday we have started third chapter of unit third in geography, that is water resources. Yesterday we have completed some parts of this topic. Now we will move to next in this topic. Please student put your textbook in front of you while watching this video and be ready with pencil, notebook and pen. Now we will move ahead. Multi-purpose river projects and integrated water resources management. But how do we conserve and manage water? Yeah, that is a question is there in front of a government, in front of any human or any people or any society. That is a biggest problem in India. Now, archaeological and historical records shows that from ancient times we have been constructing sophisticated hydraulic structures like dams built of stone rubble, reservoirs or lake embankments and canals for irrigation. Now, archaeological means related to or dealing with or devoted to archaeology, and historical record shows that from ancient times means from old age we have been constructing sophisticated, meaning of sophisticated means having refined taste and habits. Hydraulic means work by water power. Structures like dams built of stone rubble, now some reservoirs or lakes. Embankments. Embankments means protective wall of earth, stone, etc. And canals for irrigation purpose in agriculture. Not surprisingly, we have continued this tradition in modern India by building dams in most of our river basins. Means from ancient time we building dams on the river. Now some information has given here. Hydraulic structures in ancient India. Just we will read this information. In the 1st century BC, Srirangaverapura near Allahabad had sophisticated water harvesting system channeling the flood water of the river Ganga. During the time of Chandragupta Maurya, dams, lakes and irrigation systems were extensively built. Third point, evidence of sophisticated irrigation works have also been found in Kalinga in Odisha state, then Nagarjuna Konda in Andhra Pradesh, then Bennur in Karnataka state, then Kolhapur in Maharashtra state, etc. Next one. In the 11th century, Bhopal Lake, one of the largest artificial lakes of its time, was built. Last point. In the 14th century, the tank in Hauz Khas, Delhi, was constructed by Iltutmish for supplying water to Siri Fort area. And this information has given by the source Dying Wisdom, CSE, that is 1997. Now one image has given. This is the image of a figure point 3.2. This is image of a Hirakud Dam. Just see the image of Hirakud Dam. See here we see a reservoirs and this is a dam constructed on the river. Now we will move towards the next information. What are dams and how do they help us in conserving and managing water? Now how dam helps us to conserving and managing water, that is a question. Now see the answer is there. Dams were traditionally built to impound rivers and rainwater that could be used later to irrigate agriculture fields. Means dam waters were traditionally built to impound rivers. Now meaning of Here, impound rivers and rainwater that could be used later to irrigate agriculture fields, means that dam constructed for the irrigation purpose in agriculture field, and this is built on rivers and rainwater that could be used later to irrigate agriculture field. Today, dams are built not just for irrigation but for electricity generation. Means dams are not only for irrigation purpose but also for electricity purpose. Water supply for domestic and industrial uses, flood control, recreation, inland navigation, and fish breeding. Means dams constructed for also domestic and industrial uses, then flood control, recreation, then inland navigation and fish breeding. Hence, dams are now referred to as multi-purpose projects where the many uses of the impounded water are integrated with one another. Means dams are now referred to as multi-purpose projects. Means dams used for multi-purpose, means not only for agriculture but also for generating electricity, then supply of domestic and industrial uses, then flood control. Means these are the purposes just we have seen that. For example, in the Satluj Bees river basin, the Bhakra Nagal project, water is being used both for hydel power production and irrigation. Means these two, first one is Satluj Bees basin and second one is the Bhakra Nangal project. These two dams constructed for both purposes, that is for hydel power production and irrigation. Similarly, the Hirakud project, conservation of water with flood control, and Hirakud project is also for two purposes, for conservation of water and second one is flood control. Now again some information as given, just we read that information. A dam is a barrier across flowing water that obstruct. Now meaning of obstruct means to block, to directs, and retard means to hinder to flow, often creating a reservoir, lake, or impoundment. Means here the definition of dam has given. Dam is a barrier across flowing water that obstruct, direct, or retards the flow, often creating a reservoir, lake, or impoundment. Dams refer to the reservoir rather than the structure. Most dams have a section called a spillway or a weir. Now meaning of spillway means a channel that carries away surplus water as from a dam. Now weir means dam or barrier over which or through which it is intended. Now meaning of intended means to have in the mind as a purpose that water will flow either intermittently or continuously. Dams are classified according to structure, intended purpose, or height. Based on the structure and the material used, dams are classified as timber dams, embankment dams, or masonry dams with several subtypes. Here three types has given. First one is a timber dam, second one is the embankment dams, or masonry dams with several subtypes. According to the height, dams can be categorized as large dams and major dams, or alternatively as low dams, medium height dams, and high dams. These are the different types of dams. These information has given here. Now we will move towards the next information. Multi-purpose project launched after independence with their integrated water resource management approach were thought of as the vehicle that could lead the nation to development and progress. Means multi-purpose projects of these dams launched after independence with their integrated water resource management approach were thought of as the vehicle that would lead the nation to for development and for progress. Overcoming the handicap of its colonial past, Jawaharlal Nehru proudly proclaimed the dams as the temples of modern India. And here, Nehru also proudly proclaimed that is the dam as the temple of modern India. The reason being that it would integrate development of agriculture and the village economy with a rapid industrialization and growth of the urban economy. Means if we build dam, it integrate development of agriculture and also in economy with the rapid industrialization and growth of urban economy. Now we will move towards the next information. Some activity has given. Just we read the activity, find out more about any one traditional method of building dams and irrigation works. Means you have to find how dams would construct. Now here some information, just we will read again it. We have sown the crops in Asa. We will bring Bandu in Bandra. Floods have sown the Damodar. The selling boat cannot sell. Oh Damodar, we fall at your feet. Reduce the floods a little. Bhandu will come a year later. Let the boat sail on your surface. This popular Bhandu song in the Damodar Valley region narrates the troubles faced by people owing to the flooding of Damodar River, known as the River of Sorrow. Means Damodar is the river of sorrow. Here, just mention. Now we will move towards the next information. In recent years, multi-purpose projects and large dams have come under great scrutiny and oppositions for a variety of reasons. Means for this project, lot of obstacles come in the way. Means it goes under great scrutiny and oppositions of variety of reasons. Regulating and damming of rivers affect their natural flow, causing poor sediment flow and excessive sedimentation at the bottom of the reservoir, resulting in rockier stream beds and poor habitats for the river's aquatic life. Means some obstacles come for building the dam. It may be for natural or man-made, and this is happening because of some reasons. Here the natural reason is that it means affect the flow of a river. Suppose this is the flow of river, and if we construct the dam, suppose here and here, see, suppose some fishes or some life in the river is there here, it cannot goes here. Means suppose fishes are there here, it can't go in this side. Suppose those fishes are here, those fishes can't go in this side. Means this difficulty will come in the natural way if we construct the dam. Dams also fragment a river's making it difficult for aquatic fauna and migrant, especially for spawning. Now some words are there here. First one is scrutiny. Now meaning of scrutiny is in this way. Scrutiny means throughout examination. And second one, sentiments means drugs. And spawning, meaning of spawning means eggs of fish, means they can't grow eggs in that place. The reservoirs that are created on the floodplains also submerge the existing vegetation and soil, leading to its decomposition over a period of time. Means the reservoirs that are created on the floodplains also submerge the existing vegetation. Means vegetations on that place is vanish, sorry, will vanish. Suppose some here trees are there, some natural calamities are there here. Suppose the dam will construct on this place, I mean it will be become vanished because the reservoirs will be there here. Multi-purpose projects and large dams have also been the cause of many new environmental movements like the Narmada Bachao Andolan. And for multi-purpose project, I have told earlier that some man-made obstacles will come in the constructing the dams. Now here, while building the multi-purpose project and large dams have also been the cause of many new environmental movements like here Narmada Bachao Andolan was happened in India, and the Tehri Dam Andolan, etc. Resistance to these projects has primarily been due to the large scale displacement of local communities. Means if dam will construct on that particular place, it means the life of the people will disturb. Local people often had to give up their land, livelihood, and their meager access and control over resources for the greater good of the nation. Now, meager means thin. Access and control over resources for the greater good for the nation. So, if the local people are not benefiting from such project, then who is benefited? Means suppose benefit is not in the behalf of people, it will be to whom? Perhaps the landowners and large farmers, industrialists, and few urban centers. Take the case of the landless in village. Does he really gain from such a project? Means suppose if the farmer, the others, if give their land to the industrialist, those who want to build dams on that place, means it really gain from the point of view to the farmers. That is a question. Now we will move towards its next information. Narmada Bachao Andolan or Save Narmada Movement is a non-governmental organization, means NGO, non-governmental organization that mobilized tribal people, farmer, environmentalists, and human rights activities against the Sardar Sarovar Dam being built across the Narmada River in Gujarat. Means in this Andolan, many tribal people, farmers, environmentalists, and so human rights are against the Sardar Sarovar Dam, which is constructed in Gujarat. It originally focused on the environmental issue related to trees that would be submerged. Submerged means to sink under the dam water. Recently, it has refocused the aim to enable poor citizens, especially the outies, means displaced people, to get full rehabilitation facilities from the government. Means to the poor citizens who will suffered from this crisis. Government ensure that they will provide rehabilitation to the poor people. People felt that their suffering would not be in vain. Now, vain means sadness, means their life will not be go in vain. Accepted the trauma of displacement, believing in the promise of irrigated field and plentiful harvests. Means accepted the trauma of displacement. Trauma means a powerful shock that may have long lasting effect. Displacement, believing in the promise of irrigated field and plentiful harvest. So often the survivors of Rihan told us that they accept their suffering as sacrifice for the sake of their nation. But now, after 30 bitter years of being adrift, now meaning of adrift means floating about without control, their livelihood having been being more precarious. Now, meaning of precarious means uncertain. They keep asking, are we the only one chosen to make sacrifice for the nations? Means here, sadness of people against the Sardar Sarovar Dam has given here. Now, this information has given from source as Sharma quoted in the belly of the river tribal conflicts over development in Narmada Valley. A. Bhaviskar reported 19 in the year 1995. Now, just information has given here about do you know? Just now we will read the information. Sardar Sarovar Dam has been built over the Narmada River in Gujarat. This is one of the largest water reservoir project of India, covering 4 states. These are Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Rajasthan. The Sardar Sarovar project would meet the requirement of water in drought-prone and desert areas of Gujarat, near about 9,490 villages and 173 towns, and Rajasthan, near about 124 villages will get the benefit. Now this information has given from this source. Please go through this website and see the information. I think you have understood it better. If any queries there about this topic, please give your comment and ask some query if you have. Now next we will see in next video. Thank you.